Just a minute. Yeah. Ja, jag kommer knuffa undan lite. Vi drar igång, ja.
Get going?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Joakim. I'm CEO of Innovation Skåne, and welcome to Innovation Skåne to our kitchen and conference room. HealthTech Nordic has been one of our biggest projects, and now we continue. That's really, really good. And we are health and HealthTech is one of our innovation areas, one of the most important. I think we spend roughly 60% of all our efforts in Innovation Skåne around HealthTech and the health area. We also work with mobility, we work with lighting, we work with food tech and smart materials. And the cool thing is actually that those things are interlinked, of course. If you talk about health, it's connected to mobility, it's connected to food, it's connected. So that is also something we would like to benefit from running this type of projects together with you in HealthTech Nordic. And now we also have the eHealth Award. So I will not say so much, I know that this is actually agenda. I will leave the floor to Pelle, Johnsson, and you are the head of the clinical head of the Very welcome.
Thank you. So the title was not chosen by me, and I know, as you do, that making predictions about the future is very dangerous. But I will try to, in a way, summarize my thoughts and ideas on the topic. What would need to happen to reach a paradigm shift? And if we, for a moment, define that as a positive disruptive development, I would say that we have a battle of digitalization where the weapons are data and the interests are by consumers, providers, legal and innovators. And I find that everybody now is working very much in their own bubble. We have the consumers, and I deliberately name it consumers, not patients, because more, higher, stronger. I deliberately chose to name it consumer, not patient, because there are so many more people that are not patients but still interested. Healthy people who want to stay healthy, and people who are worried about their relatives or children, etc. Providers are many, public and private, and digital and not digitalized and so on, but there is a sort of tax cake that everybody is going to share and divide. And there are struggles between different players in this bubble regarding finance and who has the right to the money. Innovation interest, of course. Industry is very keen on getting hold of some of the $6 to $8 trillion that this market is valued to. And there is a lot of innovation for sometimes problems that do not exist, and sometimes it's innovation for problems that do exist. Legal interest, we have authorities who are very keen on keeping the status of private integrity and privacy, and put that sometimes before health interests in people. So we really have a lot of disputes and common views on things, but many times we're not really getting together. So this is kind of a battlefield, and I think that what we would benefit most of is that everybody realizes that there is a way to do it smartly. There is a way to do it together, and that we really need everybody, and every player has a part in this. And so I would suggest that we get closer to each other and realize that we are four parties in a boat. And as you see, provider, consumer, and innovator, but as you also see, the legal guy is not paddling at the moment. that is one of our biggest chokes right now. So I would like to sort of invite you to a discussion, and there is an empty boat, and we have to get into it all together as soon as possible. And this means that we have to sacrifice and give up some of our maybe darlings. But this is necessary if we ever going to reach a paradigm shift or a positive disruption. I'm open for views.
Views?
Anybody want to argue with me?
So how is Region Skåne going about it?
Pardon?
How is Region Skåne going about it?
Well, right now we're trying to kick ourselves out of the water so we reach air with the news. We're in a big project, and there is always small steps and big steps forward, but we do them in the right direction every day.
Right.
No? Everybody is...
Oh.
No, no.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to
Okay.
your hand up.
My name is Torbjörn Möller. I'm representing a company called Cathrin. We started our dialogue with Region Skåne in 2012. I think. That was just after we had finished a reasonably big study in cooperation with Inheim. And the one who sort of arranged the contact was Johnsson. We started discussions with Carina Northwich at that time. And we still involved in this discussion, and nothing happens. And we got all sorts of promises and all sorts of saying from Region Skåne about their interest. It's a little bit annoying. How do we do it in the future?
Well, first of all, you have to read the pamphlet. What it's called now. How to Start. The one we wrote together.
Oh, that's for the personnel in Region Skåne, isn't it?
No, it's for everybody who's involved, especially for innovators,
Yeah.
to find the right contact surface. And I'm not sure that it's the right contact to go through politicians, because they will never
We've
vote.
been working through the other.
Yeah, but a politician will never vouch for you in the end. They cannot. And it's all about approaching a big public organization in the right way. And you know we are under procurement acts and so on. So it's very easy to be disqualified if you go in the wrong way. So there is only one way into it.
If I may interfere here, I think you were pretty early on as was cross technology, and now Pelle represents the change, but it takes time. What would be your guesstimate as to when these kind of solutions could be implemented?
Well, you know that there is a lot of research showing that implementing new technology within the medical society takes 17 years to get a change. So it's a very conservative bunch of people, and the roads are very long. I cannot give you any other hope from sort of my perspective other than try to cooperate with a bigger who is already a vendor to Region Skåne. And right now I'm talking about Cerner as the vendor. And I I think Carolina can tell you more about the change in Cerner from an IT company to a platform company. What that means, what kind of openings for third-party members in that. And I think that would be the best option for many of small and innovative companies. Yes?
Could I ask then, is there now a clear framework with requirements that said that Cerner has to provide the authentication and documentation for an SME within a certain time frame so they don't delay it X, Y months, years?
No, there is a sandbox under development in the cooperation between Skåne Innovation and Cerner.
Okay.
The SDV project is not involved in that directly. It's another project.
Thank you.
Just a reflection as you were talking about the legal guide that is not growing, and obviously, I mean, we share our, or rather, we focus on our own responsibilities and only those. And looking at Sweden, if Datainspektionen and legal would go in parallel, then we would accomplish much more rather than trying to fight their own positions. But from an entrepreneur perspective, I'm one of the founders of Curiva, and we have proven ourselves. There are scientific studies within our area, remote patient monitoring, and we have proven ourselves with both improvement in quality and cost reduction. However, we need to win each and every county council or each and every decision maker in one county council. There is no qualification route within Sweden as a country. We need to prove ourselves and really try to find people who believe in what we believe in and just work based upon that. So there's no fact-driven route for us, and that's the main obstacle, I would say.
But that's so because we have this political system with each county is their own assembly. Very difficult to do anything like that. I think many years.
And we are fighting that game together with everyone else. But I think it's.
But I don't think, on the other hand, I don't think that the nationwide, there would never be a nationwide recommendation to introduce a specific system or a specific vendor throughout the nation. I don't think that would be possible internationally in any place, but maybe China.
No, I don't think so either. However, it's for each county council. So based upon that we have that structure. It's also for each county council to set the rules based. Say, okay, so these are the rules for you as entrepreneurs or SMEs to provide proof of what you're doing, and if that is corresponding to the improvement or innovation route that we have in the county council, then let's have that dialogue. It's extremely tough for us to find that right dialogue.
But I think that's a common problem with innovation, that if you innovate something that hasn't got a natural demand or market, then you have to create the market as well, and that's a huge problem for a small company.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are doing that. And we are in 4 regions today.
I was researching on a small protein many years ago, and the company was very proud because they could do the analysis of the substance with very, very, very good precision. But they couldn't understand why doctors didn't take the tests. I said, they don't know about the test. They don't. You haven't created the market. You have to do that first.
Yeah.
So,
They couldn't understand.
thank you very much,
Thank you very
Pelle.
much. I have to like.
Do you want to?
No, you go ahead.
So, this award is one of the things we can do to put the spotlight on this, because the government in Sweden, the government in Norway, in Denmark, Finland, and Iceland, they all want to do this paradigm shift. So they haven't got the institutions to do it really, but we're small efforts here and there, and maybe find early adopters who want to do things. We do have customers who do. I know you have.
Absolutely.
So, but one of the initiator of this prize is Cerner, and I now welcome Wallenius, who's extremely good at welcome.
Thank you. Delighted to be here. Most of you have heard me before, so I was sitting there thinking, oh, shall I come up with a few more stories, because you heard most of them. But I'm super happy to be here. I'm really proud to also have last year's winner here. I'm very happy that we are traveling together to London week after next to European Collaboration Forum, which is one of the largest events, a Cerner event, but one of the largest events in Europe to gather customers and welcome back. To gather customers and to look at our different solutions together with the innovators as well. So we are very happy to welcome you to London and be presenting you there, and you will be presenting cross technology to Europe and Australia and a few other places. So that's a little flavor of what you can win. But I've been listening here for a while, what Pelle had to say, and it's all exciting. I'm really curious who you are, and as there are not too many of us, and as we have a little time, I'm looking at Marianne. She will stop me if I sort of go over the boundaries here. But can we have a short presentation of everyone?
Yes.
Just something brief, and why don't we start with Sahlgrenska, who's also with us in this award as one of the partners.
Yes, we are. And I'm Liselott Edvinsson. I'm working with communication.
So, my name is Maria Arne, and I work for in Skåne, which is part of this HealthTech Nordic.
And you can say something again, a little bit more of what you do, because we got really curious there.
Okay, my name is Torbjörn Möller. I'm CEO of a company called HealthTech Nordic, and we have developed a mobile-based system for continuous monitoring of people suffering from chronic diseases, and we happen to start with COPD, and we have run one test, and we are now involved as we develop the new technology generation in a second technology test that we do together with them. And we are also in discussions with a number of other users, but it moves very slowly.
Fredrik Koffner, founder of Viva. We're also in remote patient monitoring. And has a general perspective, the individual, not diagnosed, but rather focusing on the most fragile multi-mobility patients.
Sofia Gåvard, I'm a researcher at the university, evaluating eHealth projects and doing studies. And yesterday I started my other job as head of medical affairs in Novo Nordisk, Scandinavia.
Oh, congratulations.
I didn't know that. So, but I'm here as a researcher.
And you run the clinical trial on.
Yeah, I run the clinical trial on Carligo, which is one of the companies in HealthTech Nordic, and also we do evaluation of the cross technology, and also we have a study ongoing with Walla. So we do a lot of
First winner of the health.
yeah. So we do the studies, and it's like
You see what happens
and
when
we
you
use
win.
it's like the
It's a success story.
study protocols to really evaluate with the control groups, etc. So the Carligo has gone very well. But it's not published yet.
exciting. Thank you.
Cathrin, Jung, I'm representing last year's winning company, HealthTech Solutions. So we are working together.
We will speak later.
We'll get all the tricks on how to win this. Yeah.
Alright, so my name is Daniel. I am together with Tim running a venture, digital venture studio. We're partnering up with digital health startups to figure out the product development. So I have a background from software development, and we are doing both digital strategy, design, and development.
You stole most of what you were going to
Yeah.
say, right?
So my name is Masa, running the business together with Daniel, and before we started this business, I worked at a design agency last year. So I have done a bunch of research projects together with pharmaceutical companies like eHealth, as you love Copenhagen, and Biopharma and many others. So I'm quite passionate about all of those projects. I'm really interested in listening to the rest.
Want to say something more, or shall you save it for later?
Yeah, we can save it for later.
You'll get to talk a lot.
My name is Nikolai. I'm here as an independent because I'm very interested in the health tech and medtech startups in the Nordics. So I'm just here to feel the vibes what is going on in
From
the
Norway or?
I am from Denmark, but I live in Norway.
Okay. Okay. Welcome.
Thanks.
My name is David Besidas. I'm here representing Algodex. We are a company associated to Uppsala University, and we develop apps for electronic healthcare records to predict the disease.
To predict?
Disease. And we have our first algorithm within sepsis, so we can predict sepsis 3 hours before it can be predicted with standard methods today. We're looking to start our first clinical validation study here in Malmö, so I took the opportunity to come to this exciting.
Oh, God. Exciting. Thank you for coming. Then luckily we have Vitalis himself here.
Hello, everybody.
You must say something about Vitalis as well.
Just short words. I'm Håkan Aravid, and I'm the sales executive manager for Vitalis, and also the lucky guy organizing the eHealth Award together with the rest of them. So happy to speak to all of you, of course.
We're super proud to work with Vitalis on this, and of course the award will be presented and get on stage, and there will be like 1,000, 1,500 people watching you, and super exciting, and it's really, from my opinion, the greatest trade, at least in the Nordics. So really great to work with you. Would you like to continue?
Me?
Why not?
Okay, hi, my name is Cathrin Limblad. I have a company called Cathrin Limblad IT Service. And at the moment I'm working with, so to say, a platform on FIR to develop a system so you can get certified in the US, and you have the expansion for the health tech companies and for the investors, so you're quite sure when you're using the platform that you will get the approval of expansion, because that's been a problem that we had before, that we have investors in US that putting money in Swedish companies, and then it crashes when it comes over a state, because when you have up to 500,000 users on your app or your server, it collapses.
So all of you have to grab him afterwards, yeah. Obviously.
So that's basically what I'm working on, together with some people in US. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's why I'm here.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Balazs. I'm a software developer by day and life extension advocate by night, so I'm keeping track of what's going on in the area. I'm here independently, just curious.
So how do we follow you? On Twitter or?
Yeah, my old handle is IoT Nerd, because I used to focus on IoT itself, but now I've moved that over to IoT for health. And so IoT Nerd everywhere.
So you at least get 35 new followers now.
Hanway from Survey Party, worked with, not anymore, but remote patient monitoring and behavior change. But now I'm here for personal interest.
Interesting. And my name is Sophie. Would you like to say something? you?
I'm Eric.
Also emailing.
I work with HealthTech Nordic and Innovation Scotland.
I'm Lotta Almqvist. I'm growth team specialist at HealthTech Nordic and Innovation Scotland. And I'm Marianne Larsen. And
The one and only.
yeah, the one and only. It's quite a common name. But together with Sahlgrenska Science Park University in Skåne and Smile and Cobis and HealthTech Hub Copenhagen and Norway HealthTech, we run HealthTech Nordic.
Wow, so big hand So, isn't this exciting? We got almost everything in this room, right? We had Pelle representing a region. We have regions in all the countries in the Nordics. You are innovators. We have from organizations of Sahlgrenska, and we have Marianne even. Yeah, so I think everything is in the room. And why are we in the room? What is the common thing that we want to do? We want to improve the health, right? Yeah. I think usually I used to say we want to improve healthcare. I sort of dropped that because we want to improve health. That's what we want to do together, I would think. So I think that is also sort of shift here. We don't talk about patients so much anymore, we learn from Pelle. Right? We talk about consumers, we talk about the individual and the citizens because we want to stay healthy as long as we can. And we want all the tax money that we put in the Nordics and the big books together to finance our healthcare. We want those money to go to the people who really needs it. So that's why we have to change. We have to change the way we look at health. And that is also why, can we call it, the system needs you, right? That is not something Pelle or I can do. That's something we can do. If you Twitter, hashtag together on that. Okay? So let's see. My communication manager, Julia, she put together lovely PowerPoint for me. So I hope everything comes up at the same time. The big thing this year with eHealth Award is that we open eHealth Award to all of the Nordic countries. And that's a bit symbolic to me because we go from looking at individual regions, individual countries, as you were pointing out, to at least a region. We have so much in common. Yes, we have slightly different system. We have slightly different way of financing or working on a national level, but we have more in common than we have differences. So from our side, from eHealth Award, we want to focus on the things we can achieve together. And we think that the Nordics as a region is the most innovative region in at least Europe. We don't only think that, we actually know so. Because if we look at the EU ranking of most innovative countries in EU, what have we got? Sweden, of course, top of the list. At least 2019. Then we have Denmark and Finland. And why is Norway not on the list? Because you're not part of EU. If you had been part of EU, Norway would have been on the list. And also Iceland, even if they only have how many inhabitants? 330,000 inhabitants approximately, and I may add 900,000 Icelandic horses. But they are innovative and they need to think of themselves as the rural area with integrated care. So we have all this in our regions. We've got about the same problems to solve. We've got about the same system to solve it within. So let's do this together now. And I really am proud that we are expanding. With every award, every year you assess and think, so what are we going to do? And last year it was very obvious to us. We are going to grow. We are going to invite more countries, more startups, and more people to be a part of this great initiative. So previously we had our foundation from Vision eHealth, the Swedish vision, and now we expanded it and have the Nordic vision from Nordic Innovation, and it is approximately the same. We need to lead, we need to be sustainable, we need to integrate health in the world, it says, providing the best possible personalized healthcare for all citizens, because we want to provide the best health for all citizens, right? It's all about health. So I will share a little story that I probably didn't share before, but maybe you heard it because last year at Vitalis, this super important trade fair, we actually shared a story from Orange County, California. And that is truly about integrated care. Any of you have any children? Have they ever been ill? Oh yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. In Orange County, the quality of the air is not so fresh as we have in the Nordics. Quite bad quality of the air. Quite big problems with children with asthma. I have myself been in and out of hospital with a child with such problems, and I think that any parent knows what worry it is, how you worry when they're in school, when they do activities and other stuff, and you still have to sort of let them go, don't you? You can't really overprotect them. I tried that. It was a very bad idea. But what can we do? We have lots of tools. So in Orange County, we as a company, Cerner, work with the whole healthcare system, with everyone involved, with the parents, with the schools, with the hospitals. So we put together a system, all of these stakeholders together, where the children had a simple spirometer at home. They had the weather app connected to this with the prediction of the weather and the air quality. So in the morning, the child and the parents, they check the weather, they use the spirometer, they send the data to a hub who can then get back to the parents or the child to get further instructions for medication. If it's a bad day, if it's a lot of trouble, and that happens quite a lot, so we're really happy about it, the Nordic Light and the Nordic Air, aren't we? Then out goes, vad heter det för någonting? Som en husbil, hjälp mig lite.
Caravan.
Mobile caravan thing, a little mobile clinic goes to the school with clinicians, and the child can go to this little, I'm trying to find the correct English word that we have, like this health mobile or something. Could you Google that while I'm talking? So anyhow, the clinician comes to the school, comes to the patient, and they can together solve the situation. So instead of the parent bringing all 3-4 children, I know how that is, to a hospital, the hospital comes to the children. The parents are working, the other siblings are in school, and this child with a special situation is not so special. You don't have to be away half day. You can still be that normal child, because children don't worry about their disease really. They worry about being different, having to leave, being absent, not being able to just participate in the normal life. So it's so much more, isn't it? It's about health, it's about your everyday life. This is what you will contribute to in our open ecosystem here. This is what we can do here. It's just to do it, isn't it? So I just want to say it is possible, and we have great examples, and it is a relief in every way. I don't know if you heard about the quadruple aim. Companies as Cerner, we love those things, and we put definitions around that. But the quadruple aim, that is really why I'm at Cerner and what I want to deliver on, increased value for the patient. Crumbs and cramps, all think very good. It's exactly what I mean. Better everyday life for the patient. Better life for the clinicians and everyone in healthcare, right? We want to make the life easier, less administration, more time with the patient. So those are two. And then we want increased quality. Efficiency and productivity comes with that. Increased quality. Then we have 3. And the 4th is actually decreased cost. It is possible with an aim like this. Just think about accounting now and the children. It is possible to get increased quality for patients, increased quality for clinicians, and increased quality and efficiency with a decreased cost. It is possible, but only if we do it together. Again, hashtag together. You with me? Thank you. So I think if you as startups and as companies focus on the quadruple aim and help us to solve that together, every region, every municipality, every INERA and SKR and whatever we have in the Nordic countries will be with you. Who does not want to deliver on the quadruple aim? It's a sort of obligation. They will hold us accountable for that if we let them. So I'm very, very serious when I say it is possible. So I think it's very important that we all join hands and be accountable for the quadruple aim in all of the Nordic countries. Doing so, we will not only increase the health in the Nordic countries, we will win the world. Because we are the most innovative countries in Europe, at least. Probably the world and future. But we have the statistics for that. We have the drive. We have the readiness. So we just have to join forces and know that we can do it. And sometimes I hear startups saying, but you know, Carolina, if you work with this company, if you work with that company, you can't work with me even if I'm a startup with 1.5 people employed, because I know I'm the best and the competition is really bad. And I say, you are wrong. The competition is what will take you to the next point. Don't be afraid of competition. That's your best friend. Because, as Pelle said, if there isn't a market, whom are you going to sell to? I just wonder. So don't be afraid of competition. Be a bit tougher than that, please, or you will not survive, not a chance. Embrace the competition and the market is provided for you. So be really happy about the competition. You should really stop challenging procurements and shitty things like that, to be honest. Go and get the next one. Grow up. There is always competition, so be a bit better than that, if I may say. Just embrace competition. And you will live if you have the disruptive business model with it. Because we are disrupting healthcare. And what does it take? A great idea, solving the quadruple aim, but also a sustainable business model. You can't only fix things. It doesn't work. Because then the care can fix it themselves. But you need to fix the quadruple aim, and to decrease cost for the customer, you need to find new ways of solving the sort of financial and cost side of it also for yourself. You need a sustainable business model. And my recommendation is to also be disruptive when you think about a business model. If you do what you always have done, you will get what you always got. And that is not what we're looking for. That is not sustainable. If you want change, change is what you're going to get. You don't be afraid of change, you ask for it, right? So how long do I have? Okay, so that actually adds up pretty well to the criteria. To win this, you can just ask koala or cross, and they will give you all the correct answers. But of course, you have to show the benefits, the result. What will the health provider, the health system, whatever we're talking about, what will they win? What are the results? And think quadruple aim when you think about the results. It's all four of them that's interesting. And of course, scalability is everything. You have to have a solution that's scalable. If you fix something for one clinic, fine, I'm really happy for you, but you won't win eHealth award if it's not scalable. You need to be able to take the world. And of course, involve the end user group. And what do we mean by that? Various things, but we think about clinicians, we think about patients. Use your imagination. Who's the end user in your solution? How can you win the hearts of end users? You want to add something there, Marianne? No? No? It is actually perfect. I also have this practical demonstration from Julia. How do you actually apply? You go to Vitalis website, right, Håkan?
Correct.
That is correct. And you look for eHealth Award. And I'll see if I have exactly where to click, and I have. You look at utmärkelser. Is there also an English version? Yes, there is.
Yes.
You press on English, and then you find this and you apply. And work hard on the application, because we are going to read each and every one of them. So make our lives really hard, because you are so fabulous when you do solution. But don't make it hard by writing too much and unorganized. We do not like that. We want organized, good. And I want your challenge, your solution to be super. So Marianne and I and others will have a really, really hard time picking the winners. It has been hard so far. So I think this year won't be any different. So how happy do you get when you win? You get this happy. It's a huge event, of course. It's a huge proof to yourself that you are on the right track. Just imagine standing there, and this is sort of the receipt that you will make it. This is the moment you will think back on when it's a really grey day and it has been November since October. Then you need to think back of this. It's sort of like your marriage when you have a bad day. Think back at your wedding. So it's sort of that moment. Wow, I sort of made it, but I have to work harder. I have to embrace the world. I have to see competition as the best challenge I'll ever have. So this is the moment. Isn't it? I look at Håkan.
Yeah, it's a good moment. Well, of course, standing on stage, meeting 1,200 or 1,400 people, that's a good feeling.
It's really cool.
And as well, almost approximately 6,500 people during the days as well. So it's a good opportunities.
Yeah, and exciting, and a good memory, isn't it? So take a photograph of this one, because these are the people you have to impress. I'm really proud that we have members from sort of all perspectives of this. I'm very proud that Fabian from War on Cancer, as our also patient representative, is joining this year. I'm just taking a few examples. We have Hildi, who is the chairman of the Medical Association from the clinician side. So as you see, we don't only go broader, we also go deeper into this in the verticals. So we have also expanded with a Nordic specialist. Really happy about that. So take a photo and look at that and think about us when we write your applications.
Send us candy and things.
Don't do that. Don't send us anything. Send us a really, really good application that we will get over-thrilled. And Marianne and I will start to fight in the Euro meetings because we are so passionate about what we do. This is the Christmas Eve for us when we have the Euro meetings. So really, really good applications. Be sharp and we will be really happy. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Please follow me on LinkedIn. I'm easy to find and I post all kinds of things around the eHealth Award, about Cerner, about Innovation Skåne, little film and other things. So use this. Focus on Vitalis now, so you can click on that. You can click 1,000 times each, right? It's very good for the statistics for Vitalis. So use this. Have you taken a photo of this? All cell phones up now. Take a photo of that. And you can contact us, but we're going to give you, I guess, some specific advice, but very general advice. And Julia. Okay. So Julia Barne in my organization will also answer questions and help to direct you. Isn't this
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Thank you very much, Cathrin.
Nu är jag lite igång.
Yeah, you are. Maybe you want to introduce Cathrin Jung. So the former winner, I know that you're going to speak. Thomas and Cathrin are both from Cross Technology Solutions. They won last year.
Thank you.
So please give us your
You have
best
heard
advice.
from us so many times, so today it's me.
Yes, today is you. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having us. It's such a pleasure. You're all our friends. HealthTech Nordic and Cerner and our supporters, which are with us in driving the paradigm shift, like sitting in the boat together, and all dedicated members from the startup community. I mean, it's fantastic to be here with you, and we are doing great things together, as we've talked before, and we truly believe in this as well. That's us, Cross-Tech Solutions, the headquarters here in Lund. Today we are about 15 employees and a successful startup company with some paying customers. We truly believe in changing healthcare into the better with digital solutions and make healthcare more efficient. We have no doubts about that at all. And now you see a picture of 3 nervous guys. It's just some seconds before the winner last year was announced. But we have actually no doubts. I mean, we truly believe in what we do, and we truly believe, we know actually that healthcare will change. I mean, there will be more digital solutions for all of us, both patients and healthcare professionals. And we will be one of them. And Erik asked me, why did you apply? There were no doubts. We actually have applied since 2017. We were nominated 2017. And it was never a question. I mean, the eHealth Award, the whole thing, HealthTech Nordic, Cerner, Sauergrenska, I mean, it's us. We breathe eHealth. We breathe the change which we will achieve together. I mean, it was no question. But I want to show you very short our solution. It's like a little film, 3 minutes. We visited the hospital, SUS. We are doing a clinical trial. Had a patient with heart infarction using our digital platform. And we interviewed both the responsible investigator and the patient. 3 minutes. It's just a short introduction in what we are doing. So you understand a little better?
Inom den kommande 10-årsperioden kommer den grupp som är 80 år och äldre att öka med 44%, medan den grupp som är i arbetsför ålder endast kommer att öka med 6%. Så det sker en väldigt stor förändring i demografin.
En av de största utmaningarna är ju att vår befolkning blir allt äldre, så antalet äldre människor och därmed också sjuka människor kommer att öka de närmaste årtionden. Samtidigt så har vi brist på vårdpersonal och den ser ju ut för att öka också. Så det här exemplet kommer ju inte gå ihop inom loppet av några årtionden. Vi kommer att vara för få inom vården för att ta hand om den patientmassa som kommer att finnas.
En rapport från SKN visar att vården måste förändras och effektiviseras ordentligt om vi ska kunna möta framtidens vårdbehov. Men det finns lösningar på plats som gör att vi faktiskt kan möta de utmaningarna. En av de lösningarna är LifePod.
LifePod är en digital plattform som man kan nå då antingen via sin platta, eller sin smartphone eller sin dator, där patienterna kan mata in sina värden hemma. Till exempel hur de äter, hur de rör på sig, hur blodtrycket ligger, om de tar sina mediciner och så vidare. Dessa data genererar ju sen feedback till patienterna, peppningar om de ligger bra till. Och om de inte ligger bra till så skickas ju länkare om detta in till sjukhuset. Så kan ju våra sköterskor hålla koll på patienterna på distans. Och om till exempel de rapporterar in höga blodtrycksvärden eller att de mår dåligt, får ont i bröstet eller så kan ju sköterskorna ta kontakt med patienten. LifePod-appen har ju hjälpt oss på det viset att man har bättre överblick över patienterna. Man får tillgång till mer information om dem än vad man tidigare haft och kunna överskåda en större grupp patienter samtidigt istället för att bara ha sporadisk kontakt med dem på sjukhuset när de kommer på sina bokade besök.
En forskningsrapport från Göteborgs universitet visar att svenska patienter vill ha ett större inflytande över sin egen vård än vad de har idag. Med digitala verktyg ökar möjligheten för att jobba proaktivt och inkluderande mellan vårdgivare och vårdtagare. Jan är patient vid Skåne universitetssjukhus. Han såg flera fördelar med att få en större insikt i den egna vården genom LifePod.
Jag hade 7 saker jag skulle registrera, 7 mätvärden. Och det gjorde jag dagligen. Det gjorde att jag hela tiden fick tänka på vad är det som är bra för mig, min hälsa, mitt välmående. Och jag tror faktiskt att detta att jag hela tiden tänkte på vad som är bra för mig, det var nog det viktigaste för mig med den här undersökningen. Jag tänkte mycket mer på vad jag äter och hur mycket jag äter och hur mycket jag rör på mig. LifePod gjorde att jag gick ner några kilo och det tyckte jag var skönt. Och det har gjort att jag blev mer medveten om att tänka på vad är det jag äter och hur mycket jag äter. Och sen fysisk aktivitet har också ökat.
Det som vi har kunnat se hittills är ju att det känns som att patienterna får bättre kontroll över sin egen vård. De har större ansvar i och med att de ska mäta sina värden hemma själva, till exempel blodtryck, vikt, mediemått och så vidare. De registrerar vad de äter och hur de rör på sig. Och på något sätt verkar ju få större kontroll över sin egen hälsa i och med detta. Så det tror jag har varit en stor nyckel till framgång i vårt fall i alla fall.
We are also working with following patients remotely, patients with chronic disease, and you can adapt the solutions for all kinds of chronic conditions. We have done most with cardiovascular diseases and congestive heart failure, you see obviously could use it for any other populations as well. We won, and it was this great moment like we were talking about before. And I actually want to read the motivation of the jury because I think it's an excellent summary of what we are doing, and it's great that you got this. So I will read the official motivation. The winner of the eHealth Award 2019 delivers a solution in line with the vision eHealth 2025. They create a more person-centered care for large groups of patients. They enable the right care at the right time to the right patient and enable the caregiver to proactively handle more patients with the same resources. Their innovative solution is open to third-party cooperation and integration based on standards and creates a paradigm shift within healthcare.
Yes!
What it meant to win, Erik asked me as well, and I will follow what he told me. It means acknowledgement, credibility, publicity, and boost. I mean, ever since Thomas, who is the founder and CEO for the company, came up with the idea, we are working hard and very passionate about what we are doing. And I mean, it's acknowledgement, and there are many organizations, members in the industry who are following us. And of course, they have noticed that we won the prize and we got acknowledgement. And more doors opened. There are new stakeholders who came to us. It's going well, but it's going too slow. And even for huge global companies like Cerner, there are obstacles in just saying our solution. And we are back to Pelle's road. I mean, we somehow have to grow together in the guiding middle. And yeah, what it meant to win, it was just incredible. People were standing in line on Vitalis last year. I hope it will be the same this year. It will.
It will.
They were standing in line to get a demonstration of our solution. And we came home with like hundreds of new contact people in our target group who showed like a general interest in our solution. So, of course, apply. I mean, it only has positive effects. I mean, only. And it is maybe the boost for this little, thing what was needed. Just a little bit more about our solution. As you saw in the movie, it's like two parts. It's a decision support system, and it's also a customized application for the patients. We have a very clear dashboard with triage colors, and that's unique. We have been in the US together with Cerner, and we haven't seen it anywhere else. We have like this prioritization, which is automatically, so the healthcare provider always knows who's doing well, who needs more observation, and who needs like an acute help now. So it's like you see, like the dark colors up at the top. These are the patients who need help now. The customers, patients further down, they are doing well. I mean, they are living with the chronic disease every day, every night, and of course there are phases you're doing well, you're healthy. But it's not like the calendar booking who tells you when or if you see a doctor, it's your personal condition. And this changes the healthcare sector fundamentally because it's a new way of working. And of course, we cannot just drop a solution. It's like it's put together. It's like processes and routines, and that's unique. I mean, automatically prioritization, and it does not make clinicians tired of alarms. I mean, they always know who that and who needs care first. And you never need to search for the individuals who have problems because it's presented in a very clear dashboard. You don't have to like search in the system. You know who it is. That's the other part. This is the patient application. Patients are working with the application. That's an example from congestive heart failure. You get your own parameters, and your doctor puts up your personal limits, and you are like reporting data every day or several times a week, and that's connected to the dashboard, which results in the prioritization. Together, that's our vision, like Carolina said, and your mantra is usually open ecosystems, join forces, and that's what we are doing as well. And Pelle had the picture of the boat, and we surely think we can add in value, and we structure data. I mean, what do you do with all the collection of the data if you don't structure it and present it in a structured way for healthcare professionals? That's what we truly believe in. That was all from us. Please feel free to connect with us. And
now I'll be extremely brief. Thank you so much, Cathrin and Thomas, for coming. The 2 years before, that was the first award. Koala won. Now Koala is spread over the US, Germany, and currently entering Japan. And they got their first media attention by this. Yeah. So please note, all of you viewers out there, please note. Sorry about this. I just want to give you a very brief, HealthTech Nordic and the line of business that is growing right now. Oh yes, there it is. So, HealthTech Nordic, that's us, the startups in the Nordics. Currently, you reach 3.5 million people in all countries, all continents across the world, except Antarctic, with 730,000 paying customers. 287 companies in HealthTech Nordic. 40% are already on the international market. But this is just scraping the surface. We're like 7.5 billion people on Earth. So we will not stay with that. And this figure, do you know what that is? Any guess? The figure below?
Increasing employment, perhaps?
Yes, new jobs in 3 years. And that was, I mean, it's increasing exponentially right now. But it's still from a very small level. The market is, this is just some data available. Nobody knows how this is developing, and it's slower than we hoped. Anyway, it's growing currently by 5% per year. Digital health is. And the market, with different estimations, between 200 and 500 billion US dollars per year. And it will grow tremendously because this is democratization of health, affordable tools to people across the globe. And the Nordics, we have the skills, and we do have a strong starting position right now. So we're pioneers, and we're going onwards, and we're going to create health impact during the next 3 years, starting all over again with momentum. And I'll finish off with a movie, and you don't have to look at it, but I'll keep it on repeat. It's a 2-minute movie on HealthTech Nordic the last 3 years and where the world is heading. And please mingle. We got beers and things somewhere, and wine. So we're going to open up that, and you're going to have nuts and fruits and everything. Mingle and enjoy yourselves. And I hope this is working. No sound. Of course, no sound. So, Eric. You don't have to sit down anymore. Do this before that.
Det är mycket vi andra vi sitter och sitter i soffan. Det är som någon bra bild. Men kan du säga så att jag kan få...
Men det måste gå vidare.
Har du också tagit? Ja, både jag och Erik har. Ja, men gud vad bra.
Han var säkert bättre på det.
Kul att du kom. Jag blir blir.
Ja, men det är klart vi...